Alright, what's up guys? This is Pontifex. This is part 3 of my playthrough as Syracuse and the Sicilian Wars between Agathocles himself and Carthage. This is technically the 7th Sicilian War between them in history. I believe the final one, maybe there was one after this. I think there was one after this actually. There may have been, so there may be an 8. And what's a shame is that nothing was really produced out of the wars. I mean, yes, at different times, Syracuse and Carthage held more parts of Sicily, but in the end, it kind of just became a stalemate, and very much the eastern half was just kind of Greek, and the western half was more so Punic, with Greek elements and native elements of the Sicilians. So that's a pity, but that's not what's going to happen in this playthrough. We're going to have Agathocles the man take it all. I think in the end of last episode we decided, the royal we, as in me, I decided to tack on, or do a re-invasion, if you will, of North Africa, because technically by this time in history, Agathocles did end up invading North Africa, and he came back to Syracuse to kind of hold down the fort, if you will, of the Greek portions of the island. But I think we might change it up. I was thinking about this. So I had a whole interview with Sword of Rome, the YouTuber. Really nice guy, actually. Like, insanely nice guy. Cool guy as well, one might say. But we talked and, we thought he was very underrated as a historical character. He really is, to be honest. And then in the first part of the first episode, he insinuated in a comment that I should just, he's smelling another invasion of North Africa. And I was on board with it, but I'm thinking maybe I should just kind of consolidate my gains in Sicily and maybe go for Kyrenos Caesardo, which is, this is the Greek form of the Latin name of the province from Vanilla. But maybe I should just take Corrales and kind of build up some of my funds, I may be thinking. Because if I just go shoot straight for North Africa, I might embarrass myself pretty hard and kind of show you guys how much of a shitty-ass general I am, to be honest, when it comes to the actual battles and stuff. I'm a decent campaign strategist, I would say, and somewhat of a campaign manager, but I'm just not built for the general world, if you will, at least in Total War terms. Anyways, if you've never played this mod, this is the one I made. Of course, Ave Metals helped me out some, but this is considered my baby. Myself, I don't pay alimony or anything, but there is the Samnite Wars going on up here as well between Rome and the Samnites. It looks like Rome already took out the Samnites and are poised to take out the Calabrians. So, very Roman of them, one might say. Obviously, of course, the central theme of the mod is the Diadochi Wars. So that's going on over here in the east. I believe it's the 4th War of the Diadochi. And I already promised myself and you guys that I would not get involved in that, just yet at least. Agathocles might. Maybe his heir apparent, which is his grandson, Agathocles. He may get involved later down the line, but I think Agathocles is going to stick with his bane, which is Carthage, of course. So, there's nothing to do here. I think we could just end the turn. I need to recruit these guys, and then I'll decide what to do. And I have to decide also who I should have as a safekeeper or a guardian of Sicily. Whether it's Phaedros, which is the head of the rival party, or if it's my grandson, apparent, with the blood of Agathocles. Again, his name is Agathos. And I think technically by this time in history he was dead, but by 303 BC. I think he died in 305 BC, but the start date of the campaign is 306 BC, so technically there's nothing I could have done about it. Anyways, yeah, the Romans have definitely taken out the Calabrians. Bruti might be next, or the Italic tribes, or maybe even the Celtic tribes in the north. Who knows about Rome? Obviously, they're poised to take over the entire Italian peninsula, inevitably. Okay. So it looks like the forces have kind of unified in Carthage itself, the capital city of the Carthaginians. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. The trouble is, we have to consider this. My public order is not the best. If I were to leave this island, there will be some sort of rebellion. And I'm nervous if it's going to be a slave revolt, because if it is, it's going to be it's going to be a full stack full of incredibly experienced troops, and I'm not going to be ready for that. They will take over the entire island because my forces will be gone. they will not be present whatsoever. So what I'm thinking is I just kind of let that happen. This is, one might call this a pussy strategy, but I think it's necessary, to be honest. So I'm going to invoke a rebellion just for the sake of experience on my troops, honestly. I'm thinking either hoplites. Nah, here's what I'm thinking. We don't really need the Sicilian horsemen anymore. They're too light armored, even to be in the ranks of Agathocles. So I'm thinking... That's what I'm thinking. Unless I need 2 peltasts. That's not a bad idea, really. Nah, let's just leave it. Honestly, I think I'll do another cav. Let's do that. I'm liking that. So let's let the rebellion ensue here. And I think the civic side is starving on my tech tree. You know, honestly, guys, we do need a dignitary. Because if I checked last time, yeah, cultural differences, that would help out the public order a lot. Obviously, we're having provincial instability. I'm not really sure why. Oh, well. So yeah, let's do that. Let's invoke that rebellion. You know, it's kind of astonishing how many times Syracuse was able to rival, now I think about it, 2 of antiquity's great juggernauts. That being, of course, Carthage and Rome. It's like quite fascinating to think what could have happened if someone like Agathocles, or even like Pyrrhus of Epirus, okay, looks like it was a simple rebellion, would have united the entirety of Magna Graecia under their banner. So obviously that would derail the entirety of the Roman Republic, even the Carthaginian Empire at large too. But just, you know, it would have definitely have rewritten the timeline. That would have been incredibly interesting. That was kind of their goal. Pyrrhus and Agathocles both got pretty close, to be honest. At least they got closer than anyone else I can think of on the Greek side of things in the West. I'm a big fan of campaign movement range, especially in the beginnings of a campaign. So let's do that. But yeah, I mean, let me go with what you guys think. Do you think Agathocles or Pyrrhus was closer? I actually think Agathocles was. Not many people know about him. A lot of people know about Dionysus, who was actually in the Rise of the Republic DLC, but he was in the 4th century, early 4th century, I think, BC, / late 5th century BC. He was a tyrant of Syracuse as well, but not many people know about this man, Agathocles. Like, if you even look up YouTube videos, not much resources on him. They'll have like resources on some of the battles he was in, like White Tunis or Himera, but not so much about him himself. There's only a few, I think. Anyways, that's me rambling. So it looks like public order is stabilizing somewhat. I'm thinking we take the western route. Because in history, Agathocles actually went towards... I think he went towards Kyrenica, and he went west, and he just kind of pillaged along the North African beach line, essentially. The borderline of the Mediterranean Sea. I'm thinking we just do this. We double time, we race. The Shufet is nearby, which makes me nervous. I think he's in a fleet. But now we need to decide if I should put it Agathocles or Phaedros, which is this man. Little quick linguistic lesson for you guys in ancient Greek. If you don't know, hoi gomori is the Doric version of hoi geomori, I think. Essentially just means like the landowners. That's why I chose that. I don't want to go with like something specific like I did with the barbaric tribes. Like I did a specific tribal name, for example. But yeah, if you didn't know, geo is like the first part of the root of the word gomori. So it's cognate, I think, of geo, so it just means earth. And then the latter part, meros, which just means portion. So it's like someone who owns portions of the earth, because hoi is the definite article. So basically just translates to the landowners, if you're curious about that, if you're doing a playthrough yourself. But yeah, I'm thinking I just do Agathocles, because this loyalty is not that much to worry about, honestly. So let's do that. Let's get our man, Agathocles, that's him, right? Yeah. Let's reinstate a legacy. I'm actually thinking Syracuse and Lancers is the way to go here. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because he will be kind of a garrison unit, but oh well. We kind of need to be weary of our income as well, so I think I'll just do that. Wait, 62, 72. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. For now, at least, for the time being. So we'll have Agathocles take this western route. Let's get you this way. I am worried about that satrap, honestly. About what they'll be able to send in defense for their father kingdom. Their father faction, I mean. Alright, let's end the turn. Yeah, if you didn't know, there was a very famous battle with Agathocles called the Battle of White Tunis. I think it was in like 310 BC. Anyway, so Agathocles was outnumbered by like 30,000 in North Africa infantry, but his experienced troops somehow had like the gall to withstand, obviously, the Carthaginian onslaught of the citizen soldiers. And yeah, he was able to defeat them. Again, he was outnumbered by 30,000 infantry, which is insane. He was able to defeat them. And I think he started pillaging around Carthage. He never got inside of the actual capital city. And then he was defeated, I think. And then I think he was captured, actually, for a time. But he got released, and then he just went back to Syracuse after that. But very incredible victory, honestly. There's an admiral right there. I wonder, can we just... Hold on. 13 plus 10, they have 23. If I wait too much longer, these guys will get this way. I mean, that's an admiral, so they'll beat me there for sure. I'd be trapped if I did that. Let's do double time. Get these guys right here. Let's get them land bound. Let's get them disembarked. All right, so Agathocles is officially on the land of North Africa. We've officially disembarked. So public order looks to be fine here. And there's not much else to do here. I can get a dignitary next turn, so that's very good. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, if you're like looking for a resource on this, there's a good one by Invitica. The video called, he has a series called Forgotten Wars, and there's one between Syracuse and Carthage featuring the man Agathocles. So it's a very good video. I think it's like 22 minutes long if you're curious on the setting here. If you're thinking to do a playthrough yourself or just kind of curious about the timeline. That's hurting tax and growth. It's what we call no good, guys. No good. It looks like Rome did take the Picantis out. God, they just can't help themselves, can they? Pour boiling oil. Do I get a battering ram if I do one of these soon? Yeah, okay. This is a while away, so that means I won't have a battery ram going into this one. That's kind of troublesome, honestly. What if I just start raiding? You know what? Let's do it. I would like to... What's the word? Antagonize them into a field battle? Alright, let's do those. Well, I guess we can recruit one more. And yeah, let's get on the path towards a battery ram. Nothing else to do here. I guess I could tell you guys a little bit about the first Punicore mod that Ave Metal, who's the head of Parabellum, the man who created Parabellum, literally the mod. I'm a developer under him, if you didn't know, and we are working, in fact, on a mod about the first Punicore itself. It's using the Rise of the Republic map, so it's a very fixated region, I suppose, very in-depth scope of the Italic Peninsula plus Sicily as well, and parts of North Africa. I think it's just like right here in North Africa, but yeah, it features Sicily and the Italic Peninsula. Yeah, I guess I'll tell you more about that in due time. We can also go inside of the Discord, of course, for Parabellum, and sometimes we discuss that from here, from time to time, I mean. Let's get Kindness over here. Okay. Well, it's kind of a good thing I didn't take the eastern route, because I think they would have swooped up and attacked me from the rear. 15, 25, 26 total units defending the capital city. What if I start sieging them and maybe this will leave? Let's start a siege. Why not, guys, you know? Why not? Ideally, the public order would rescind here, and then we can send our guy to assist us, to reinforce us, but we don't really live in an ideal world, do we? So yeah, the First Punic War is a major mod, so it's been taking us kind of a while. We're talking like new tech trees. Ave Metal's produced so many damn units, it's insane, because you have to consider Rome had, of course, a lot of client states early on in history. I mean, that's kind of their entire thing is client states, and so they have a lot of auxiliary troops, region-specific contracted troops, and that's Ave's specialty. He's just kind of a unit guru, I swear. I mean, my whole thing has just been helping out with the start pause, tech trees, kind of things of that matter. So like the settings of the inception of the mod, as well as like creating factions and whatnot. Okay, well, it looks like the actual army left, which is very interesting. That just gave me a lot of a boost in my chances here. I kind of don't want to fight a battle unless I fight an actual army, honestly. I'm going to be real with y'all. So I think we'll just bite the bullet and retain 68% of the force. There we go. Agathocles does, in fact, have the capital city of the Carthaginians in his hold now. So we'll let our guys replenish here. Looks like it'll take 2 turns for them. 8 turns for my citizen cow. We might have to merge some units. Let's do that. We'll do that. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then the rest we just let kind of heal for a minute. These guys might go for Panormos. 15. No, we can hold that easy. In fact, I think we'll just... Well, actually, no, we'll keep him. Agragos has a much weaker garrison, so it would make sense to defend that over Panormos. Yeah, we're looking pretty good, not gonna lie. And I'm sure that pissed some of you off, a little bit of you at least off of not doing a siege battle, but I'm just no good at walled sieges, to be honest with you. It probably would be pathetic, and I might actually lose. Is it time? Negative. There we go. Let's look at the holdings real quick. Look at that. Look at that white. In modern-day Tunisia. There we go. Okay. Send a turn. Let's see what happens. Let's see how they retaliate. I'm sure they're not going to do anything too special. The Sicilian Wars are very underrated, guys. Again, by the end of it, not much had been produced from it. Like, it didn't really hold too much fruit. Or it didn't bear too much fruit, I mean, for either side. But very interesting. I personally find it more interesting than the Carthaginian Wars. Well, no, probably more than the Samnite Wars with Rome. But both are very intriguing still. They rival each other pretty well. Okay, we got an Oracle at Delphi. We got some wealth boost, as well as some public order boost. We need that for sure. Sparta. Whoa, that's interesting. That actually never happens. The Antipatrids established the Athenians as a client. I think beforehand they were clients of the Antigonids. Okay, the Antipatrids are actually going off here. That scares me a little bit. They even took out Pyrrhus, or at least Epirus. I think Pyrrhus was in the family tree, but he wasn't the actual leader of the faction in this mod, which is historically accurate right now in this time. Let's, I'm thinking some tactics maybe? No, or should we just go straight for that battery ram? Let's do that, actually. Okay. Now the question becomes, should I defend myself from the satrap, or should I just go steamroll the rest of the province of Africa? I do know it's a very food-rich province, very rich in like a bread basket of some sorts. So, or should I just hold? I think I might just hold out for a couple of turns until the garrison strengthens itself, as well as the public order relieves itself a little bit. What I can do is recruit here. At least just one more jab. I think that would actually help out with the public order. Heavyweight philosopher. Maybe I should go for that whenever the time comes for skills. I would like for him to get some battle experience, to be honest. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this playthrough. I'm thinking I'll continue on with it a little bit longer, but I actually have some more modding to do, of course. This takes up a little bit of, I don't have that much free time during the day, per se. Oh, we might get a field battle here, guys. Okay, the Etruscans have decided to take on Rome. That's probably not that smart. We've encountered the Lysimachus. Oh, okay, looks like Rome actually already took Velathri. Maybe Rome declared war on Velathri, or on the Etruscans. Alright, guys. I think we merge these guys. Merge these guys up. That's a pisser. Hire up these guys. Let's get another hoplite. There we go. Okay, I'm liking these odds. Slave. Okay, I think they have less than mediocre units is the PG way I would put that. The politically correct way as well. Alright, this will be the battle. Let's do it. Quick battle. And we're just going to freaking bomb rush them, honestly. They are slightly on an incline, so they might put some things into question, but Agathocles is the man with the plan. And he's about to storm these Numidians with everything he has. Battle of Carthaginost, 302 BC. If you didn't know, this little symbol above the S phonetically, it stands for a sh sound, so it would be a hadasht. That's why it's the faction name of Carthage in this mod is Carthaginost, which means the eam on the suffix is a plural in Semitic languages. So another little bit of a linguistic lesson there for you. All right, let's get these guys set up very well here. Front line. Of course, we got some pikes here. Let me think here. Those are the four. Okay, so we're going to do this. Actually, we want the mercs in front. Why are these guys? Hold on here. 120. 120. Why is our formations different? Interesting. Oh well. All right. Let's get everything up here. Whoops. Take a look at Agathocles here. Well, let's slow things down here first. There's the man. He's got the Scipio Africanus helmet on. Nice. Very nice. Looking to dismantle the onslaught of the Numidians. Looks like they're just kind of standing still. Yeah, we're not gonna, there's no holds bar here. We're just gonna go straight for them. Let's get the citizen cab up here. We don't want them to be too fast though, because we don't want them to outrun the infantry too hard. Kind of speed them up now, looks like. Oh yeah. I mean, this isn't going to be much of a battle. I'm just going to run. I'm going to like rush straight at them. What in the world? No. No. What's happening here, guys? There we go. Rome 2 just kind of glitches out. It has like a tweaker tweaker moment. Sweet. These guys need to be pulled back. That's fine. Those are replaceable. I hate with the passion missile cab, honestly. I just don't ever do well against it.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Skirmisher. Oh, that's interesting. As a general unit, very interesting. Have you guys target the missile. Alrighty. Well, at least the center's kind of like breaking up for them. And then we can kind of concentrate on the outskirts. Alright, let's get these guys in the back over here. Looks like we're gonna lose the cav. And that's 100% on me, I'll be real. I tried to warn y'all, I'm not that great of a general.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Y'all aren't gonna escape from me.
An entire unit has perished. Our general is under attack.
This battle's kind of falling apart, ain't it? I mean, I think we'll still win, but
The enemy general
not at a great cost, probably. Not at a great price, I mean. Alright, let's get you guys to attack them. Okay, at least we're starting to break. This could have been played better. I'll be the first to admit that.
one of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright, well, it looks like that's the end of the battle. Oh. What am I doing here? You guys come attack them. I probably should be chasing them because it looks like a whole army just kind of fled. Good. Let's at least take these guys out if we can. I don't have any really chase down units for those guys in the outskirts here. I did lose 3 cav units. Kind of embarrassing, ain't it? But, you know, we'll bounce back. We are definitely pretty, what's the word? Starts with the R. I don't know. Persistent is a synonym for what I'm thinking of. We'll bounce back. Perseverance, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Alright, let's quit this battle. Close victory. Little bit embarrassing, but it is what it is. I tried to warn y'all, like I said, but we'll bounce back. It's all right. It's all good in the hood. I mean, at the end of the day, we got experience. We did rank up too. Maybe I should do logistics actually, because he was kind of a logistical prowess figure, especially with the invasion of North Africa. I think I will, and I need that replenishment rate boost as well. Okay, so I mean, there's no point not taking these guys out. I could. I don't think I could make that. There's no emergent faction underneath that settlement. So there's no point in going for the settlement. But I do need to take them out, though. That is for sure. And I'll go back in Carthage, heal up behind the walls like a coward. And then, I suppose, go for Thapsos, maybe the rest of the province. I would have liked to got inside the settlement. It's alright, let's go ahead and get rid of these guys. We'll merge up these guys. I didn't want to merge up the unit rank 5, of course, to lose that. Then we have to wait one more turn, okay. So in the meanwhile, we can do that. And then we'll recruit more later. Honestly, just to help out with public order, I think we'll just go inside the capital. Yeah. There we go. Next turn, we'll recruit more once the barracks has been finished building. And Sicily's fine. There we have it. The Battle of Kirthan has been fought very piss poorly, might I add. We'll end the turn. I think we'll do one more turn after that, and we'll call it good for episode 3. I'm not so sure where to head in terms of this campaign. We already kind of have the capital of Carthage, so I might just kind of consolidate the North African province, possibly. You guys can give me some advice if you want to, I guess. Honestly, last episode, I got quite a lot of positive feedback. It was very nice, actually. It makes someone's day, you know, whenever stuff like that happens. Okay, we can get you out of double time. These guys are kind of lingering about still. Okay, let's see here. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6 with 4 pike. Definitely need some citizen cav. Definitely these guys. And I think one more pike. And I think we're back to where we were. So 2 turns and we're back to where we were. I like that. Let's steal some food from the satrap of Carthage. And we will go for Thapsos next. They might come from the rear up through Kirthan, from Capsa. And if that's the case, I'd like to get rid of this general unit. Pardon me, the army itself. And then I could have our Agathocles come up from Sicily and protect my rear while I go on the offensive to the south. That would be the most ideal part. Let's get a couple of these guys. Yeah, let's end the turn, and I think next turn we'll see what to do. I think it should be spring next turn, if I'm not mistaken. This is winter. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having a little bit of advice from you guys on what to do here, because this is the part where I'm kind of not a stalemate per se, but getting a little bit nervous about what to do. Let's see, philosophy. We can do that. This is the power of Agathocles. Even though it's a negative trait, he somehow turned it into a positive. Do not trust this man any further than you can throw him. That's what they say about women, I'm pretty sure. Don't trust them any further you can throw them. There's a song about that. Champagne Corolla? Is that what it's called? Something like that? You guys can look that up if you want. Okay, the Antipatris and the Athenians are at war. Good to know. The Brudi have not been taken over, but it looks like the entirety of North Italia has been consolidated by the Romans. Very, very predictable. Okay. We can go for Thapsos. I don't really see a reason not to, unless there's like a Carthaginian army hiding, lurking in the shadows like some sort of dark apparition. So I think we're going to do that. Let's go for it. Let's that'll make Carthage a little bit more open, but that's fine. I kind of want to lure that army back here, and if they even try to take Carthage, I think I could just go, attack it back and take it back, and it'd be a two birds one stone kind of situation. So the future's bright for Agathocles, guys, and his heir apparent, Agathocles. Let's occupy that. This does kind of open up kind of a partial two-front war here, though. Oh, they're at war with the Ptolemaic dynasty. Interesting. Alright, I was just kind of curious on what they would say. Let's see here. Could definitely use another cav. 7, 10, 8. So we have 15. Against their 10, there's no point in attacking them. 15, 4. Oh, they can, yeah. I don't even think they would be able to do anything to Carthage anyways. Let's get Phaedrus in there, though. I think that'd be smart. Just to kind of have a general in there for if someone does decide to attack the capital. This is the biggest concern, though. It's in the turn. And we will see what they decide to do. We have discovered the Lysimachs. I'm not sure if you guys saw that earlier. I did, of course. But yeah, Sword of Rome actually is a really nice guy. Like I was saying earlier, he ended up messaging me and told me, like, just to kind of, if I wanted to talk about history or modding, just go for it. There was a comment on the first episode where the guy was, I think he was kidding, I'm not too sure, but he said something about me ranting, essentially, about those sort of things. But it's just in my nature. So I can't really apologize for that. Now, can I? There's going to be a rebellion here. If my math be mathin', I think this is definitely kind of troublesome. Let's see here. I mean, we'll be fine, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. These guys are in a food shortage. The Beasts of Burden. That actually helps me out a lot, though. I'm a big fan of the desert. I think I have a sub-mod embedded into my mod about the settlements, the UI of the settlements here. Visuals, but I like the desert look of it. It's very diamond-esque. Okay, I think this is where I'm going to call it, though. Like I said, I kind of want to do a pincer movement on this guy, their General Marhabal. And from there, I need to worry about the rebellion here, and then consolidate my gains in Africa itself. Before I forget, I think it said philosophy is what I need to research in. So let's do... Did I ever recruit a dignitary? I don't think I did. It would be good to put the dignitary here for sure. Public order. I would like cultural conversion, but oh well. Let's do that. Alexandra, welcome to the Syracusan ranks. We'll have you next turn deploy somewhere around here, maybe over here. Pericles, that doesn't make sense again. Pericles was an Athenian. These guys are Corinthians, technically descended. It is what it is, though. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, guys, I think this is where I'm going to end it. This is the conclusion to episode 3. Let me know what you guys think, if I should just continue steamrolling through the African province, or if I should take on the satrap, maybe, or if I should just kind of stop what I'm doing and consolidate my gains. Let me know. You determine the path of Agathocles along with me. I mean, I'm the tyrant at the end of the day, so I decide. But you can try to influence what you want on the decision-making skills. That's up to you. But I thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it if you do have this mod under your belt and your mod manager. If you do, please let me know. First and foremost, if you catch any bugs. But secondly, what you think of the mod. If it's shit, if it's decent, it's up to you, however you want to say it. But I did put hundreds of man hours in this thing, so I would appreciate it if you did give me some feedback. But beyond that, I appreciate you watching, like I said, and I hope you guys have a wondrous rest of your day or night. And I'll see you in the next episode, which should be number 4.